and we will start Space News. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm going to get food for real this time. Oh, I was just about to say get those links ready. But, yeah. Cool.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Boa tarde, gente. Como você está? Forlorn subscribed to Tier 1 6 months in advance. 6 months in advance? Jeez, Forlorn. Alright, let me just finish up these tamales, boys and girls. Your internet's working again. Welcome back, Tessa. Alright, I'm just gonna finish up these tamales. We get the space news going, and then we go. All right. Time for the spec. Is it time for the spec? Is it? You tell me. Yes? All right, cool. Let me just get situated here. No space? No? So... So you want me to just play solitaire? I can play solitaire if you want. User was banned for this post. Based in Space Pilled. Pay no attention to these hypocrites, chat. To deny our own instincts is to deny the very thing that makes us human. Yeah, drummer, you should do that. Yeah, well, you already are, but yep. Do it. You want Minesweeper? Is Minesweeper still even in Windows anymore? Like... It's in the Microsoft Store. Let me see this real quick. It's in the App Store? Play 3D Pinball Space Cadet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what my Microsoft password is. I forgot. I always forget what it is. And I don't feel like doing that. Yep. Cool. Alright, anyway. To the space news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was at one point. Okay, so today Kerbal 1.12 came out. I love NASA, nice. Kerbal 1.12 came out today on the 10-year anniversary of Kerbal Space Program being released as an early access game in 2011, June 24th, 2011. June 24th will forever be henceforth known as Kerbal Day. Try I Hate You. Nah, it was already Screw Bill Gates once or twice. So 1.12 did come out. It came out about, give or take, I don't know, 5 hours ago. 1.12 will be the last version of KSP. The last major update for KSP, for KSP 1. A lot of time, I've been doing a lot of reflecting over the last couple of days. It's going to be a little bit weird not knowing that, you know, there's going to be another patch for KSP. We've gotten so used to it. Since 2018, there's been constant content added, and they've changed the way we play the game. The game is way better than it was. It's better. It took it to bounds that we never thought we would get to, right? But, yeah, it's, You know, where one book closes, I said it yesterday, where one book closes, you know, you finish one book, you go on to the next book. So feels like today kind of turned the page a little bit. And yeah, it's bringing up a lot of interesting feelings because I've been doing this for a long time. Oh, thanks, Andy. There you go. Finally, all the mods are going to catch up. And the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog coming out. Good enough. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely interesting. But once again, you know, we might not see another major update for Kerbal. Well, we're not gonna see another major update for Kerbal, but that means KSP2 Beyond the Horizon. What do you think of that, Jeb? Why are you still chroming out? Did we read Max's dev blog about the wheels? It had some important news. I knew about that. I knew that was coming, Loop. Yeah. How about that with the wheel turning physics? Oh, man, that would have saved me. Would have saved a dart. Freaking... Clever girl. So that means KSP2 is probably on the horizon here, guys. Well, I mean, once again, and this I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing, and I'll probably never hear the word. I'll never hear a word on it. But you know, Maximal was leaving. Oh, geez, I didn't know that. He told me the other day that he would do a blog post today about the wheel physics, the updated wheel physics. Well, that sucks. If you have time, it would be great to make a video of some favorite clips from the start of KSP to the end, see the changes over the years. Yeah, Octo, maybe. Some of them have joined the team, some of them haven't, Supercraft. Yeah, that's right, Tessa. Yeah, it's a green screen now. Green screen. Loopy, link up that post for me. I don't know which ones though, Supercraft. That's why you asked. Yeah, okay, I thought you were talking about something different. I've been working on KSP since version 1.6, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work on a game with so much love and creative investment from its fans. However, shipping 1.12 will mark the end of my time designing for Kerbal. It's not a decision I came to lightly, and I'll definitely miss my teammates in the project. I know they'll be doing fantastic work expanding the franchise, but I'm off to do other things. I wanted to take a moment and say what an honor it's been working on something that is so much more than a game for many people, that inspires people about space exploration and educates them about the challenges and wonderful discoveries we've been reaching out to in the solar system. I will continue to be a fan of the franchise, and you'll likely see me kicking around in a more civilian role. Feel free to say hi. Thank you for being amazing fans. I'm back to being one of you. Paul. Well, that blows. All right. Yeah, that blows. But hey, Max, if you're here, tip my cap to you, brother. Want to make another game? There's a bunch of There's a bunch of people that want to make a game in here. I just gotta find the time to pull my head out of my tail to freaking organize a project like that. We should make another game. I don't know what it would be. Maybe a crane. Guess what? We should make a crane game. I'm kidding, but kind of. I mean, yeah, Loopy. I mean, Max chills in here all the time. Loopy, I'll be honest with you, and guys, I'll be honest with you. I can't understand how the devs could watch my stream with my incessantness, with need to break Kerbal. I'd just be like, oh my god, he's gonna break it again. Why do I watch this moron? Like, he's gonna break it again. Ford Truck Rebuild Simulator. Nah, it would never get done. I really want to play this game, but I feel pretty overwhelmed. Tips for a first timer. Tech, keep it simple. Don't try to build a space shuttle. Keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Anyway. Yeah. Well, Loopy, that sucks. It sucks. Did you see the Sierra Nevada news? That news doesn't suck. And that's where we'll pivot over into the space news here. Yeah, that news doesn't suck. So, that's a little bit of a down note, and it kind of, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Stuff changes, guys. If it hurts and shed a couple of tears here and there, I understand, but hey, nothing's gonna stop Father Time, man. Stuff changes. Priorities change, stuff shifts. It happens. And, you know, for the younger folks, if this hurts and it's hard to deal with, yeah, gotta get used to it. This stuff happens, and it's only gonna happen more as you get older. So, if you learn to deal with it, you know, it becomes a lot easier over time. A crane game, you say? Right. But Tech, yeah, I mean, Tech, if you have any questions, just ask me. Just ask me, dude. Shoot me a message on Discord or something, or shoot me a message on stream. Dude, you've done more than enough to help support me here on the stream. It's the least I can do. All right, so with that being said, we'll do the Russian news first, and then we got some videos here, and then we'll jump into the Sierra space news. Pretty significant space news happening today. Yeah. Well, that dev blog sucked. The wheel stuff though, Loopy, is quite good. The wheel stuff I do like. Yeah, I love that you can change the lock on the wheels as well. Max did a good job with that. Yay, Soviet stuff first. That's not really how that works, but alright. You know what? I'm gonna give you the old switcheroo. Screw you. We'll get the old switcheroo. Sorry it sucked. I can't say I'm the best writer just jumping in. Someone told me you just read it. Oh, someone? Gee, I wonder who that could have been. No, it's all good, man. Hey, tip my cap to you, brother. I hope whatever you do brings you lots of joy. Whatever you do brings you lots of joy. If you have a glass, or you have a drink at your desk, or just raise it. Just raise it. Shut up. I'm trying to do a toast here. Stop distracting me. Max, seriously. Seriously, whatever endeavors you choose, I hope you kick butt, and I hope you do the best. Wish you all the best, my friend. And I'll drink my coffee to that. This toast brought to you by Ford. Na zdrowie. LinkedIn will be updated next week. Now, okay, Max, all right, I have to ask. You have another job. LinkedIn updated next week, right? You better tell me if you're working for SpaceX now. Because if you're working for SpaceX GNC and you didn't tell me, I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm gonna take that so I took that personally. I'm just making stuff up, guys. I don't know what he's doing. Now you gotta tell me. Of course I do. Yes. Not working for SpaceX. I think that may have triggered my non-compete. Different game company, though. Cool, man. Cool. Good. Hopefully it's a fun project. And whatever it is, tell me about it. I'll play it. Straight up. I don't care if it has nothing to do with space. I'll play it, dude. Sure. Oh, fun. Transporter 2 is now Sunday per the TF... Frick! No! Stop that! Don't do that! Spoiler alert, it's Subnautica 2. Serious? I'd do it. I'd do it. Yep. If it helps support Max and what he's doing, I'll do it. I won't like it, but I'll do it. Don't worry, they can always delay to Tuesday. Stop it! Stop it! Stop that. He's working on that open world Star Wars Get Rich. Don't you even dare talk about that in here. Very early days on the new thing, but I'll definitely be hanging out. Now I could just jump in and chat with people with no notice. And I'm still working with the RORP1 mod guys. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope the project's awesome. I hope it's amazing. I mean, Max, I'm not gonna lie to you. Past game developers putting KSP developer on their resume, has gotten them some pretty good jobs. It turns out that if you work on developing a game that's based around orbital mechanics, it shows pretty well on a resume. Yeah. If you ever need a tester. You ever need a tester? I'm really good at breaking things. I'm really good at breaking stuff. Alright, anyway, back to the space news. Breaking things, confirm. Yeah, I'm really good at that. That's cool, Max. I mean, Spore is... I mean... Talk about unorthodox game, right? Like, oh, audio problems. Lovely. You're nothing on Danny, though? Yeah. Hang on, I want to see what this guy has to say. Hold on. So this is up on the Chinese space station. They have spacesuits up there to do the first EVA that China's done in a very long time. The astronauts will start... Oh, wait, no, I gotta do it like the typical translator voice, alright? Here, hold on. They always give people weird voices when they do the overdub in English. The astronauts will start extravehicular activities in 10 days or so. The ground personnel have already completed preliminary testing and control of the robotic arm in orbit. The astronauts will conduct drills on extravehicular missions. By collaborating with the robotic arm. You need the British female voice? Okay. Give me a moment. The astronauts will start extravehicular activities in a week. The ground personnel have already completed preliminary testing and control of the robotic arm in orbit. I'm not doing that anymore. All right. So they're gonna work with the arm, with the remote manipulator system. There's actually in the mission control center. There's the manipulator back there. Huh. Nailed it. The eyes sold it. Oh, thank you very much. You do RP very well, though. Oh, wait, what's RP? What's that stand for? EJ's very low-key, good at voice work. Yeah, nice. No. Received pronunciation. Yeah, that's not what the other people in chat have said. It's just Boris. Yeah, that looks like it has manipulators that are from, Actually, you know what that looks like? And once again, I get it. It's not a copy. It's inspired by it before everybody gets up my tail about it. It looks like the Japanese experimental module arm on the ISS. It looks pretty dang similar. Rocket propulsion, yep. It is China arm. And then you could see they have a graphic there, and then the taikonaut back there is working on the module. Also known as BBC English announcer voice. Alright, let me take a look here. The biggest change is... Hold on. The biggest change is the prolonged time span. It can support our working out of the spacecraft. The time will be increased from the previous 4 hours to 7 or 8 hours. Secondly, the joints of the suit have been improved with better mobility. Then some other electronic devices have been added to the suit, including video cameras, which may be more helpful for us to complete the mission. Vacuum testing. Kind of looks like Orlan, just a little bit. It's different. The suit is actually a little bit on the different side. It looks like a combination between the EVMU and Orlan. So here, check this out. The Russian EVA suit is called Orlan, and there's a picture of it right there. Now it does look a lot like the Orlan spacesuit. It's definitely derived from it. And whatever, it is what it is. It's definitely derived from it. Like, if you look at some of the front stuff going on right there, see that? And then go back over here and look at the front of the suit. See what I'm talking about? But it's also a little bit different. It's interesting because, like, with Chinese stuff, it's definitely influenced from the Russian program, but it's like it's like halfway in between Russian stuff and our stuff, which is strange. Like, Kem, you see these knobs right here? The knobs and all the controls on the suit looks like part of the EVMU. That looks like our suit, but our suits have anodized, we have anodized plugs on our suit, which is strange. And then the lights look like they're from the EVMU as well. Like, the Orlan lights are a little bit different, but if you look at the extravehicular mobility unit, the EVMU, the lights look like our lights. See what I'm talking about? It's a strange, like, halfway blend. Why did you make a new tab in a new window? So, like, there's Orlan, there's ours, and that's there. See what I'm talking about? Maybe they did get the best of the Russian and that, most likely. Yeah, Savvy, that really is what it looks like. I mean, once again, alright, a couple of things here. You can definitely see the influences, obviously. And I try not to jump on it's just a freaking copy. You know, like, this stuff's difficult, alright? It's pretty tough to do. You know, I don't like writing off just saying, oh, it's just a copy, even though I have my qualms with what they do when they're launching rockets over there. But this stuff ain't easy to do. You know, at the end of the day, it's not easy. But it's still a hell of an accomplishment. I mean, any nation that can launch their own people into space, let alone go out and do an EVA, hey, accomplishments are accomplishments, man. Yeah, Savvy, of course. What do you suppose? Make 4 suits with arms now to make it similar? Yeah, yeah, Kem. Like, this is why I don't bark up the freaking... I don't bark up the copying. There's definitely influence here and there. But Buran is not a copy of the space shuttle. It's designed to do a similar thing. Just like how a MiG-23 and an F-15 look very similar. But they're not the same plane. An F-15 is an air superiority fighter, right? And MiG-23 is an interceptor. They're different. They're designed to do different things, and I understand that. But it's interesting to point out the influence. Just like Dream Chaser has influence in the MiG-105. It looks exactly like it. Like, it's pretty easy to spot, you know? It's a heck of an accomplishment, which is great. Just stop dropping goddamn stages on people, you motherfucker. Jeez. Yeah, technical, exactly. It's pretty cool. Originally, it was rather hard work to grasp the safety involved. Or the safety... Oh, the safety hook. When we crawled outside the cabin, as most of our physical energy was consumed in the movement. This time, it feels like time and energy are saved compared to the previous. So the improvement on the spacesuit for Shenzhou 12, as compared to that for Shenzhou 7, makes it much more comfortable for us. Oh, gee.
报告总书记，我是第2次执行任务，能够参加这次任务，我深感使命重大，无上光荣。后续我们将执行2次出舱活动和操作机械臂的一系列技术验证试验，我们一定精心操作，确保各项试验圆满顺利。
Z certainly had a lot to say. All right, so there's the... Oh, I was gonna say, that's it? Yeah, it's it. What is it, a Segway? You're a Segway. Speaking of Segways, let's segue into the next scene. Alright, anyway. It's a Spaceway. What's more expensive, though? A Segway or a remote manipulator system in space? Now, Ari, you'll probably hear about it later. A Segway? A Subway? Yes. Segway truly worthy of Linus Tech Tops. Probably the Segway. What's up, Shaq? Long time no see, man. How are you? Okay. So, hey, you know, once again, I'm not happy about the stage stuff that's going on over there, but it is pretty cool that there's another space station. And another cool thing to note is that, guys, there's more people in space right now on sustained missions. Big operative word right now. So, like, not just going up for a week on the space shuttle. There's more people in space right now than there has been in a long time. Or ever. I mean, the space shuttle missions to the ISS, when the ISS had a full crew. So, like, 2 Soyuz crews up there and a shuttle was by far the most amount of people in space. But right now, there's more people in space than pretty much there ever has been that are on, like, not like a resupply mission. All the astronauts, taikonauts, and cosmonauts that are up there on long duration missions. So they're living there. Can you believe that? For, let's see, how many people are on the ISS? There's Mark, there's Peter, there's Oleg, and then there's Toma, Shane Kimbrough, Megan MacArthur, and Aki Hoshide. So we have 7 up on the ISS, right? And then there's the 3 Chinese taikonauts. I should probably learn their names. We got 10 people in space. We're in the double digits, baby. I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. That's fine. Sure. We should double that. Those numbers, we got to pump up those numbers. Those numbers, we got to pump them up. We got to pump up those numbers, dudes. Anyway, with that being said, let's go see what our Russian bros are doing across the pond here. Floating anybody that launches into space regardless of country is pretty cool. Oh, OneWeb satellites. Yo, cool. Do you think there will be an increase in the amount of space stations being built once Starship is operational? It certainly could happen, Liam. Absolutely. The first mission to Tianhe is only 3 months. Continuous occupation is going to start next year. Hey, Raph, I'll take the progress, dude. I'm like, you know good and well that I don't like the stage dropping on people, man. But in order to, I think, be better at space news, I got to be impartial about this, and you know that, and I know that. Everybody here knows that. So it's still a hell of an achievement. It's a good job. Pump up the numbers, pump up the numbers, pump up the numbers. Dance, dance. All right, cool. Keep going. Still, they're encapsulating the OneWeb satellites here, and the Fregat upper stage, which is the 4th stage for Soyuz. The 4th stage for Soyuz is inside of the fairing. They have guide dowels right there to make sure that the fairing bolts correctly. Cool. That's another OneWeb mission launching on a Soyuz 21B out of the Vostochny Cosmodrome. Cool. Alright, what else do we got here? Oh, and there's the, hang on. What does this say? Nope, I gotta translate it. Center for Operations of Ground-Based Infrastructure Facilities can take part in the development and construction of a Turkish cosmodrome in one of the equatorial countries. They build and carry out missions in the line side for cosmodrome. Wait, what? You can't blame the Taikonauts for Chinese rocket stages. And I don't, Kim. No, that's not their problem. Absolutely not. That's like saying that Crew 2 is responsible for that Starlink upper stage. It's... no, not the same thing. I get that. I understand that. What's this about? Turkey wants to into space? It says they can take part in the development and construction of a Turkish spaceport in one of the equatorial countries. Where is Turkey going to launch things into space? That's a genuine question. They said in one of the equatorial countries, so is Turkey going to launch from Kourou? Because I don't think there's any good place that they can really launch from. I mean... maybe there, but, yeah. Missiles flying over here, probably not a good idea. What's our inclination here? Or what's our, latitude? Or 41 north. Actually, a space center right here wouldn't be a bad idea. Right next to the, what is that? Bulgaria right there, yeah. Okay. Dutch guy, hey, thanks for the raid. Over the Black Sea. Turkey doesn't... yeah. Tessa, that's what I'm thinking. How far down range is, Zonguldak? Let's see. That's... does that mean anything in Turkish? Can somebody help me out there? No, too far, or it's too close. They would have to launch and do a dogleg right, and then fly over the rest of the Black Sea. The Crimea? Build it in Crimea? Nah. Nope. No good. No good. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You're really limited by inclinations here. Zonguldak does not mean anything, it's just the name of the city. Cool. Are you from there? Are you from there, Roomba? Roomba? Is Turkey not equatorial enough? It's not that it's not... I mean, you could launch from Cyprus, but it's too close. It's too close to here, to the coast. It's way too close. Hey, Unicorn launch. How about east? I mean, they'd have to fly over Armenia and Azerbaijan, Georgia. And then there's these guys. Yeah, Revel, something tells me that putting a launch site on Cyprus is probably not a good idea. Turkey launches sounding rockets, I just don't know where. Interesting. Ukraine never considered a launch from... There's no way to do it, Kem. There's no way to launch from the Crimean Peninsula. You could go over the Sea of Azov, I suppose, but here... My benchmark for checking this is 600 kilometers. 600 kilometers is the furthest the stage will really fly downrange on most rockets. If you don't have a 600 kilometer kind of arc around here without people being in this area, then you got a problem. I wouldn't launch from Crimean. No way. That's not safe. That's not safe at all. And like, I know Russia's big, but there's actually people here. There's just, you know, a city that's kind of populated that's in the launch track. Probably don't want to launch over that. Could they launch retrograde like Israel does? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, plenty of room over there. But yeah, that's kind of the wrong way. Also, I wouldn't want to launch anything from Turkey that goes in this area right here. That also is probably not a good idea. Especially with what happened to Crimea as of late. I mean, yeah. Sochi? You could... Bolshoi Sochi. Big Sochi? Bolshoi Chunguska. Yeah, it's still a little spicy. Luffy, you know what the messed up part is, dude? I was reading about it. After the Russians kind of came in and did their thing, they ended up building this gnarly engineering project. There's this bridge that actually connects the Crimean Peninsula to Russia, which is... It's a pretty nutso engineering project. I was reading about it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty long bridge. A hell of an engineering project, if I do say so myself. Just on a side note, while we're here, that's a freaking nuts bridge. Look, I mean, how long is that thing? Yeah, we're talking like Chesapeake Bay. And the crazy part is it's got train tracks on it too. There's train tracks in the center, which is just, alright. Yeah, you are all on vacation, Kem. Punch was served. Yeah, let's just... Yeah, launching from there is probably not a good idea. There's too many people. It's too populated. There's too many places. That bridge, though, is pretty cool. What does that say, Raf? Turkey to build a rocket launch site in Somalia to support its $1 billion moon mission. Turkey's recently announced space program aims to make a soft landing on the moon in 2028 and will cost upwards of $1 billion and would require building a rocket launch site in Somalia. Somalia. I mean, you put it down here, that's a great spot for a spaceport. I'll be honest with you. Just south of Mogadishu, very, very good spot. Real good place for that. Hey, any space news? Always. Do you want space pirates? Because that's how you get space pirates. We'll need a small army to defend it. I guess. Sheesh. I mean, if the Turks think they can get away with it, it's a great spot for launching. For like physics-wise, the closer you are to the equator, the less delta V you need to get into space. You know why? Because the Earth isn't a uniform sphere. It bulges at the center around the equator. So you have a free velocity gain imparted on the vehicle because you're technically spinning faster. Yeah. It's about 500 meters a second. Yeah. Free velocity gain. That's why the Europeans launched from Kourou. Thoughts on the new Istanbul Canal? Istanbul Canal. Turkey and Somalia have very good relations. China and Upper Korea good. Oh, all right. Golden Goose, 51-month reset. What about space pirates? Don't know. So how hard would it be to take off from the North Pole? You could do it. Polar orbits are hard to... polar orbits will always take more delta V because you're not going with the spin. Retrograde orbits take the most delta V because you have to counteract the spin. You know what I mean? S, where is this canal happening? I read about it. Equatorial. Left of Istanbul. Are they going to put another canal like here or something? Did they start digging it right there? I'm confused. That looks like just farmland. From this place that I won't even bother to pronounce because I'm going to ruin it. But why? Wait, what? Wait, why are we doing this? But there's... The west side of Istanbul. It's the most ridiculous project ever. Based on politics and making money off the land, it's an ecological disaster. Profitable to land in the Aegean Sea, Bosphorus, and the Black Sea ecology. Why would you do that? You literally have a natural canal like a couple miles away. I'm confused. Easier to navigate than the river. Yeah, it's easier to navigate the river, but the river exists. Oh, politics. Yeah, interesting. Interesting, Roomba. Oh. Alright, yep. Let's not talk about that anymore. Okay, keep going. Next space news. Okay. Zinke, I'm not saying that right, I know I am not, started the second tender for insurance of risks during the launch and docking of the Nauka module. The contract value is 1.75 billion rubles, and the insurance amount is 9.2 billion rubles. The competition will end on the 30th. Oh, they're insuring Nauka. There it is. Sign up Space Center. Oh, neat. Cool. Well, today I learned. Yeah, no, as I got that. Yeah, she's coming along. It looks good. Yeah, I get it, Supercraft. I get it. Yeah. Is it bad if this is making me want to play Hearts of Iron? I want to play Hearts of Iron. Is that bad? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right. That's going to do it for the Russian news. Let's keep going. That's bad. Is it? Is it bad? It's kind of bad. You have Hearts of Iron open right now? Sorry, I really enjoyed taking over the world that one time. That was really fun. That was really fun, yeah. HOI would be fun. Start the Turkish takeover. Actually, Tessa, the last time I played Hearts of Iron, I played as the Soviet Union and got my butt handed to me. I need to not have that happen. Yeah, we gotta get that Soviet campaign going. It's time to take over the world as Jamaica. Hey, I did a pretty good job taking over the world as Greece. That was difficult. I weaseled my way into, like, owning half of the world. You guys remember that? Oh, those were fun streams. I like that. That was a good time. Nice, Shepard. There you go. You took over as a German. No. That was different. That was a different time. I played as Greece after that, and I took over, like, all of Russia as Greece. That was weird. There's so many roulette plays that made no sense. Zanku, I still can't figure it out. I ended up taking over the Urals as Greece. Hey, it's there. I'll take it. Monaco world domination. Bobsled team invasion. There you go. We'll play. Maybe we'll play it. Maybe we'll play it sometime next week or something. Anyway, let's keep going with the space news. Ready? Wait, Hearts of Iron 4 is getting a DLC changing a lot of the combat and division stuff. When's that coming out, Phil? Don't worry. I will Google it. I can't find it. When's it coming out? I only did it for a second. Anyway, back to space news. Okay, check this out. Sierra Space and General Atomics will develop and demonstrate an on-orbit nuclear thermal propulsion system for DARPA's program called Demonstration Rocket for Agile Cislunar Operations. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's pretty cool. Yep. Let's go over here and check this out. Sierra Space provides integration services for new nuclear propulsion system as part of DARPA's Draco program. Sierra Space, the new commercial space subsidiary. You won't hate this PDF. Okay, the front looks familiar. It's a shooting star from Dream Chaser. Oh. Oh, nice, Ark. I'll check that out in a second. Sierra Space, the new commercial space subsidiary, I did read it right the first time, of global aerospace and national security leader Sierra Nevada Corporation will supply the propulsion components and integration services for a nuclear thermal propulsion system under a recent contract with General Atomics Electromagnetic Systems. Games? Games. GAEMS. Games in Sierra Space will develop and demonstrate an on-orbit NTP system for DARPA called the Draco program. With the primary mission of Draco to enable fast transit time between Earth and the Moon, and the development of nuclear-powered spacecraft propulsion is also expected to open up deep space exploration to humans. This technology is an essential component of the new space economy. Faster and more fuel-efficient propulsion and transport systems support greater awareness of the cislunar space domain and broader exploration of the solar system. Theoretically, we should be able to reach other planets nearly twice as fast with nuclear propulsion, placing less strain on the human body and environmental systems needed for travel. Stop it. You can't tempt me with a good time. Please do this. NTP uses a nuclear reactor to heat propellant to extreme temperatures before expelling the hot propellant through a nozzle to produce thrust. Yeah. Nuclear engines were tested in the 60s. They do work. They basically use liquid hydrogen to cool a nuclear reactor, and the heat that hydrogen picks up from cooling the reactor gets shot out of a rocket nozzle. It definitely works. We abandoned it after the Apollo program was canceled. We had it. We had a prototype that works, and the early prototypes of the nuclear thermal rocket made 900 seconds specific impulse. That's like double what the best hydrogen engines can do. Yeah. And now so what's specific impulse? What does that mean in plain English? Miles per gallon. Yeah, if you take a nuclear engine and you put a big enough reactor core in it, you could basically have the equivalent of making like 800 horsepower in a car and getting like, I don't know, 200 miles to the gallon or something. Yeah, hydrogen. Hydrogen and nuclear. Pa-ching! That's what we want. Let me see, Phil. Thank you. The odds are out, but it's definitely time for space news. Cool. Double the specific impulse would require less than half of the fuel for the same thing. That's right, Chris. Let me see that floating. Small news about oh, interesting. Yeah, the ESA had a recruitment round for astronauts. How's the TWR, though? It depends on how big the nuclear reactor is, S. You put a bigger reactor in, you can exchange more heat and make more thrust. TWR with nukes is generally low, but the efficiency means you can burn for a lot longer time and end up having more delta V, so even though the TWR is a little bit lower, you end up getting there faster because you can accelerate for a longer and decelerate for a longer period of time. Dumb question. What is the theoretical top speed? That's not really how spacecraft work, Willie. There's no theoretical top speed. You can go up in space, you go as fast as you want until something stops you. The things that stop you could be, fuel, or a planet, or a sun. like if you could burn it forever. If you had infinite fuel, you're violating a couple laws of physics there, and couple thermodynamic things as well, I'm pretty sure. But say you could, speed of light is where that generally, yeah, humans, I'm pretty sure have theorized that if you get near the speed of light, stuff starts doing weird things. You're breaking real life's game engine once you do that. The best part is that fuel cooling could be many things. Hydrogen would give you the best efficiency, though, Gaw, because hydrogen is very conductive of heat. Actually, helium would probably give you the best, but yeah, let's use hydrogen. Hydrogen's a little more abundant in the universe, at least in our solar system. In our backyard, I should say. Yeah, Tessa, for sure. All right. So yeah, that's really awesome. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in this article real quick. Do we have any date on a launch? NTP will utilize a liquid hydrogen propellant created by a nuclear fission reactor to provide 2 times the amount of energy that the most advanced liquid propellant rocket engine can offer. Over the next 18 months, the team will define the system requirements such as power, weight, interfaces and control, and perform some system risk reduction. Follow-on phases are anticipated to complete the demonstration system, leading to a flight test in 2025. Okay. How about methane? Methane could work. Yeah, methane could work. I mean, it's just really depends on what gases are better at conducting heat. Different gases have different heat conductivity, just like different metals can, certain metals can conduct electricity better. Like copper is a good conductor of electricity. Aluminum is a good conductor of heat. But, I mean, I don't think we can make gaseous aluminum. I don't think that's a thing. I have to read. At 1 atmosphere, aluminum boils at 2700 Kelvin. At lower pressures, that boiling point will decrease. In industry, a process called ion vapor deposition is used to deposit a thin layer of pure aluminum to various substrates from the vapor phase. Physical vapor deposition has been done using a variety of metals. Yeah, it would need a lot of heat, but yeah, I guess you can. Aluminum vapor. Okay. Yeah, about that. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. It's just interested as to why, you know? Gases in general are bad heat conductors compared to solid materials. Well, we can't. So, Grabshark, are you suggesting a solid rocket nuclear engine? Is that what is this what you're suggesting now? It would make your lungs real shiny. A nuclear exploration upper stage on SLS. Now we're talking. That would be a really good thing. You take the LOX tank off of it and just put a couple of nukes back there. Bigger hydrogen tank. That would be pretty good. Grabshark, we're talking about what would be the best gas to flow over a nuclear reactor and a nuclear thermal engine. I'd say that helium would probably be the best. Helium is really good at conducting heat for a gas. Interesting. All right. Let's go on to the next bit of news here. Let's see. We're excited to partner with SpaceX to provide launch and early orbit payload tracking for the small-sat rideshare program. This is coming from Leo Labs here. Hydrogen is better than helium. Well, there you go. Learn how we supported SpaceX and Spaceflight Incorporated customers on Transporter 1 as we prepared to do the same for Transporter 2. I just want to see the picture. So this is the Transporter 2 mission. Where's that? Where's the picture of all this? Oh, man. That's Transporter 1, I think, though. Bimodal nuclear thermal with a higher thrust, lower ISP would be very cash money. Agree. Agreed. Yeah, you could make a nuclear steam rocket. Yeah, you could do that. I wouldn't waste water like that in space, though. There are no pictures of the Transporter 2 stack yet. Yep. Yeah, because this has the Starlink satellites on it. I remember we looked at this picture to try and figure out how the tensioning rod works, because this is one of the few times we ever saw the top of one. Cool. So when is that transporter? The transporter mission got pushed back. Yeah. It's either Sunday or Monday. It's probably going to be Sunday with my luck. So this is coming from Andrew Jones. A little bit more about the Chinese space program here. Let's see what we got. A new version of the Long March 9 presented by Long Lehao, shifting to a 16YF-135 engine first stage, 150 tons to low Earth orbit, 53 TLI. Also, the diameter is up to 10.6 meters, 108 meters long. Yeah, I know, Bruno. I know. Where would rockets with nuclear upper stages launch from, considering that all rockets fail occasionally during launch? Because if it needs to abort, the nuclear waste can be spread into the area. From the Cape. We've launched nuclear reactors into space before, Reveril. The US and the Soviet Union have done that. Nobody batted an eye then. Here's another thread on the CZ9. Is it this one? Okay. Oh no, Primo, I'm going to the beach. I'll get the laptop. There are the same news from different points of view. Cosmic Penguin has the best overall of this presentation. Okie dokie. So here's another Chinese spaceflight update announced in your city, this time by Hong Kong University, by ex-Long March 3 development program manager and longtime Chinese rocket public expert Long Lehao. It's 3 hours long. Okay, sum it up. So in this presentation, the upcoming Tricore Crew rocket, now proposed for a dual-launch human lunar landing mission, is called the CZ-5DY. DY is lunar lander in Chinese. Note, however, the same name uses to describe a completely different rocket in a previous paper, also by Long. Let's see. So this is an LOR design, Lunar Orbit Rendezvous. So you launch the lander, and then you launch the capsule with two of these things. So it's kind of like what Apollo would have done if the Saturn V didn't work. Launch one Saturn 1B to put the lander out there, and then launch another Saturn 1B to get the crew up there, and then another Saturn 1B with an upper stage and get that all out to the moon. Single core variant for low Earth orbit in the right, 20 ton in a single core. Not a bad piece of hardware, I suppose. Okay. To recap the previous reports, this CZ5DY uses 3 cores, each using 7 YF100s. Improved versions of the existing RP1 engines on Long March 5 and to 8. The second stage is using a YF100, a vacuum-fired version. And the optional third stage is using 3 YF75 hydrogen motors. That's the Long March 5 second stage. Interesting. Payload is 70 tons to low Earth orbit and 27 tons to lunar transfer orbit. The latter, exactly the minimum capability of SLS Block 1. It's not, though. SLS Block 1 is rated at 95 tons. They uprated it because they redesigned a couple of things as they built more cores. Block 1 can move 95. I forget what Block 1 can move on a transfer, though, but it's a lot. As seen on the right, a core only 2-stage version with a single second stage will be used for LEO flights, 20 tons to LEO. Both could appear by 2025. Okay, they're both 27? Yeah, okay, I got you. Ladder. Yeah, idiot. Me, not him. Now, the more striking news is the plans of the long talked about Long March 9 has changed completely again due to the emergence of the CZ5DY and what looks like the Chinese taking note of what 2 U.S. billionaires are doing. They have given up the old Long March 9 plans and engines for a clean sheet design. Not space news, but you made it. Let me see, RJ. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like a Jupiter rocket. Very, very nice. Let's see. Whoa. That's big. This guy. This guy right here. That's big. That's like Saturn V big. That's going to be a hard rocket to make. That's going to be right up there in difficulty with SLS and Starship. That's big. Very big. A lot of engines down there too. But now, I'm not saying they can't do it. And I'm not worried. You? Interesting engine configurations there. Oh, Thomas, you got a picture? Let me see. We got a comparison. That's the other picture. It didn't copy. That's good. That's the other picture that I have right here. We'll get to that in a moment. Big. That's very big. Cool. What's the rocket left of SLS? Crewed Ares 5? This is Ares 4. It was an interim design when they decided they didn't want to use the Chad tier architecture right here. What they decided would be a good idea is to take an Ares 1 upper stage and put it on top of an Ares 5 first core stage and 5 segment boosters. Ares 4 is a piece of junk. It's about as useless as Block 1, as SLS Block 1 is in terms of actual operational missions. Yeah, it's pretty damn useless. This is the Chad tier stuff over. Actually, that's the Chad tier one over there, because this rocket can do pretty much everything that every other one of these rockets can do except for that one. I like that one. That one's good. Show engine configuration again. Sure, man. Yeah, take a look. It's not what you think. I know. Yeah, it's not N1. it doesn't, it's not the same. These are 16 YF-135s. Hold on. YF-135. I just got to read real quick. YF-139s don't exist. Alright, so that's got to be a variant of the YF-100, I would say, yeah? What about this thing? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. YF-100s are an oxygen-rich stage combustion cycle. Yeah, so... That's... Vasi, I think that's a... If I'm looking at it, it looks like some super upgraded version of a of RD-191s. That's, dude, that thing's gonna pack a punch. 150 tons to Leo, 53 to lunar transfer. That's more than enough. That's more than enough to send a lander and a crew out there. 40 tons is your magic number. 40 tons is the amount to be able to get a lander and a crew out there for a couple weeks to do lunar missions. Saturn V has 40 tons TLI. SLS Block 1 doesn't have that. That's for sure. They just announced there's no page for it yet, but it's 3,600 kilonewtons. Nice. Nice. False. Saturn V doesn't need to do what the shuttle can do. Build stations in orbit. Why? It can launch the entire station at once. Yeah. Hey, where's your return capacity? Oh, wait, you don't have one. That's more what I was referring to, Supercraft, but that's cool, too. Also, reuse. I'm sorry. I didn't know you liked expendable rockets. But no, yeah. I'd take the Saturn V over the shuttle, man. Don't tell people that. Launch date for this thing? I'm still reading the thread. I just wanted to look at the picture. That's a big rocket. That's a very big rocket. TFR is posted for Saturday for Transporter 2. Window for launch is now Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. If it's on Sunday, I'll probably just watch NSF or something, dude. I'm not... Where's the damn Sunday? Oh, nice, Forge. Excuse me, how much has the shuttle returned in total? More than Apollo did. I'm pretty sure the shuttle could take an entire fully fueled service module back down. Well, no, maybe not fully fueled, but moon rocks? Well, man, if we designed the rest of the shuttle's architecture out, man, it could have returned a rock the size of a truck. If we had done that, we didn't do that because we were head up our tail. Not anymore, though. It's getting better. It's getting better. Don't give me this Saturn V exceptionalism up in here. It's ridiculous. To be honest, I'm kind of hoping that the U.S. will give Russia some relief to help keep Russia in the ISS program. Toa, I'll be honest with you. I have a theory floating around why the Russians and the Chinese are working together, but I don't. Let's keep reading about this new rocket. The new Long March 9 uses 16 YF-135s, apparently a single-chamber 3.6 meganewton thrust stage combustion RP-1 engine. Previous plans was for an under-development 4.8 meganewton thrust dual-chamber engine, apparently known as the YF-130. 10.6 meter stage diameter. Yeah, thanks, Dutch guy. It was a great video. I've been expecting in China-Russia political... Yeah, John, didn't have to be that way, I don't think, but it is what it be. Town, Massachusetts, because things need to go into space, not ground. We don't need space stations on the ground. But think of the children, S. Think of the children. Yep, you lose. You lose. Anyway. I'm ignoring all the Saturn V propaganda in chat. Hey, Snake, how are you? Let's see. Children don't live on space stations yet. What, are you being ageist right now? Jeez, you guys. Just full of hatred. Just full of hatred.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey TGB, 38-month resub. Alright, let's keep going. Second 10.6 meter diameter and optional third stage is a 7.5 meter diameter, uses 4-in-1 120 ton thrust hydrogen engine, probably an evolved YF-77 used on the Long March 5 core with an open cycle. Payload is given as 150 tons to LEO, 53 to LTO. Yeah, it's right up there with Starship and SLS Block 2. Random side question. Do you think the people who will have the first birth in space are already alive today? Yes. We need now faster than light communication. Yeah, they're working on that. If your development is that we should have fully developed the shuttle for it to go to the moon, I raise you should have fully developed the Apollo program and gone to Mars. I mean, yeah. Savvy, I mean, all you people that are getting all butthurt about the Saturn V missed the entire point when I said that I would take the Saturn V over the shuttle any day of the week. Super heavy lift is way better than a partially reusable spacecraft. I'll take super heavy lift, thank you very much. I said that, but nobody heard that because you guys want to play games. Go look at the VOD. Go look at the VOD. That's literally what I said. You don't believe me? Ah, you're the worst. Given the new engines used and 3 in development engine designs, probably going to be halted at the YF-130. Unlikely to appear well before. Well, yeah, okay. Reusability engine isn't mentioned, but discussions in Chinese forums seems to think that there's plenty of capability to include it. What? The streamer's always wrong? Fine. Saturn V was a great rocket. It's better than the space shuttle. Am I wrong now? Yeah, I just made you divide by 0. Now you're confused, aren't you? You're confused. It's a paradox. We'll find out who's an AI here and who isn't. Nan. No, seriously. Okay. I would take the Saturn V over the shuttle. Screw that. It's much better architecture. That coupled with Saturn 1B, you'd be kind of dumb to want to take the shuttle. That's a really bad idea. Just keep making Saturn V's easier. Chet hurt itself in his confusion. How would you reuse the Saturn V first stage anyway? There are a couple of different ideas around, T-Man. Parachutes, smart reuse could work with the Saturn V. But the F1 engines, dude, the thing about those F1 engines is that you're stretching that design so incredibly much. F1 engines basically voided themselves after every hot fire. Like, badly. They badly destroyed themselves. Actually, if we count success by number of missions, STS is better. I agree. Mix the two. Saturn shuttle, baby. Yeah, right. F1Bs, which use an ablative nozzle with an open cycle. God, that's not... Yeah, even those are even more expendable. Yeah, it's... The Saturn V first stages are... What I would do, if we were going to run Saturn V and we wanted to do some kind of reusability, where I would really focus on is the second and third stage. I'm serious. That's what I would do. You know what Tori Bruno's doing with Vulcan, with ACES? So ULA thinks making reusable second stages is better than making reusable first stages. Elon thinks making both of them reusable is the right way to go. Both of them are pretty good. They're both pretty solid strategies. One of them's just a little more cautious in terms of spending money to develop rockets, right? ULA is very conservative in their approach to engineering, which is fine. That's why they never have a rocket fail. SpaceX is a lot more cavalier about it. That's why they don't care if their stuff blows up on the pad, whatever. Send up, fine, figure it out then. You know? So because of that, ULA is kind of doing a soft rollout, but second stage reuse is really what would make the Saturn V. Yeah, that's what I probably would have done. The hell with trying to reuse the first stage. That's a waste of time. Seriously, try to reuse the second stage. Can you imagine the S2? The S2 upper stage being used as an orbital tug? Or an S4B even. An S4B is still one of the biggest upper stages around. Check this out. Think those SLS pictures being integrated were good? There's that thing being integrated in the same, pretty much in the same spot. 10-meter core, 5 J2Xs. J2Xs use a spark igniter. They're reusable. They use a spark igniter. For scale, look at the people sitting on the shelf right there. Yes, they're called shelves. Did you just go to school for engineering? I'm self-taught, Hyperwolf. Say potato to prove you're not AI. Potato. That's what I would have worked on, Savvy, honestly, if we'd kept going with the Saturn V. I would have worked on getting this thing to be reusable and getting the S4B to be reusable. I would have worked with the S4B first and used that technology to make the S2 reusable and then literally have orbital trains in space of Saturn V upper stages. Oh, you want to make a wet workshop? The hell with making a dry laboratory in the out of the third stage. Literally launch a Saturn V with a nose cone on the top. And use the hydrogen tank on the S2 for a wet workshop space station. We should do the same with SLS, to be 100% real with you. Using the hydrogen tank on SLS as a space station would be amazing, actually. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, very doable. Core stage can make it all the way into space, no problem. And then have a Starship grab the engines off the back of SLS and bring them back down. That would be very, very dangerous. But, still. Not that video today. Happy 10 years. Thanks, man. Delivering pizzas, Just Face. No joke. You guys have heard that story before. Changed the course of my life. It's not bullcrap. That's not hyperbole. I would not be sitting here today doing what I'm doing right now if I did not, if I didn't have KSP. Crazy, huh? To be fair, shuttle was part of the Apollo program. Yeah. Yeah, Karate had delivered pizzas too, man. Right on. Anyway. Hey, that one guy is playing Galaga. Yep. Yeah, Just Base, there you go. Yeah, that's what I would have done. That thing, a reusable version of that would have been very good. Cirrus Hugelo's pizza. We are pizza. You're a pizza? I gotta say it, man. Any good news on Hubble? Nothing new, Dutch guy. No, nothing new. No, you just don't disturb him. Flyback S1, stage 1. Even if you could get that Saturn V first stage back, Signer, the engines are pretty much useless. They're junk. If F1 engines, they basically void themselves after every launch. Like, gotta take the whole thing apart. What happened to Hubble? The computers controlling the scientific instruments package on Hubble is not working. The guidance computer is still fine, though, so it's there. We haven't heard a solution yet from NASA. Hover slam propulsive landing. You can't restart an F1 in space. Yeah, it's not a Merlin engine, guys. Interesting. Let me look at this picture again. If the F1 engines were like shuttle engines, you could reuse them. Yeah, and if a smart car was like a school bus, we could use it like a school bus. Yeah, Just Base, I'm with you on that one. Is Long Luhao sporting a flat top? Is that a flat top? Could Merlins be used on a Saturn V? You would need 35 of them. You would need 36 Merlin engines. And then, yeah, maybe. Signer, the nozzles. The nozzles would be junk. That's why the F1B was invented. He's got a flat top. I like that. Flat top, baby. Should bring back the flat tops, man. Flat tops for days, man. Flat tops for days. You gonna sport a flat top? I don't think I have the right hair for that, dude. Dude, flat tops for days on my man Gus right there. Flat tops for days. Maybe we'll do the mullet to a flat top. Is that a thing? It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Oh my god, it absolutely is. I don't think I could get away with that. I don't think I could get away with that at all. No way, man. There's no way. There's no freaking way, man. There is no freaking way that I could do that. I'm sorry. There's just no freaking way. It's not happening, man. It's such a kick butt haircut, though. Oh my god. That's such an awesome haircut. Brimo would freaking kill me. She would kill me. But it'd be magical, man. It'd be such a good haircut. Oh my god. No, people. Oh man, that's an awesome haircut. When SLS lands us on the moon, yeah, okay. Some mullets are worth dying for. Dude, I don't think, look, guys, I'm trying. I don't think I have the hair to do that, man. Look at this. It's going. It's going, man. It's still short hair on the top. That's very true. Yeah, karate, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. You could always go for the aerodynamic look. It's the third stage, Nolte. That's why I gave 3 fingers. You might share some genes with my dad who's losing his hair in his 30s. It's there, it's just thin. That's all. It's there, just thin. Sucks. It just migrated to my face. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't look good with a shaved head, guys. No. I did that once. Didn't look good. Yeah, Grab Shark. That's a good plan. Gonna be a long winter. Could F1s be further engineered to become reusable? It'd be better to clean sheet a design crown list. You'd be much better trying to make like Raptor. Raptor's, yeah, the logical conclusion there. What Raptor does that Jesus, what is that? What Raptor's trying to do with that full flow stage combustion cycle is something that we've wanted to do for a long time. Like the Soviets and the US knew that full flow engines would be really good, but the tech wasn't there. Full flow stage combustion is like, it's like fusion. It was 20 years away for the longest time, and then the Air Force came out with the integrated powerhead demo in the 2000s, which uses a hydrostatic bearing on the turbo, on the turbo pump, those hydrostatic bearings. And those hydrostatic bearings inside of the turbo pumps, or the power heads on the integrated power head demo, those ones, they allowed the RPMs needed from the turbines to be able to support full flow stage combustion. Funny story, the BE4 and Raptor both borrowed from the integrated power head demo. BE4 and Raptor, the Raptor engine, are of the same lineage. Yep. They're stepbrothers. Well, not stepbrothers, cousins, I would say. Why is the specific impulse not insane compared to the RS25, though? Nico, in what regard? I'm sorry, I didn't see the first part of it. Or what were you replying to? Were you replying to me? Did we just become best friends? Want to go do karate in the garage? Yep. Well, I want you got it. Might be hard to copy strike, so I changed the words to the song. Change the words all day. Oh yeah. All right. The Raptors being endgame, full flow more specifically. With full flow stage combustion, Nico, you can that offers basically methane. You can use methane. The integrated power heads and those high RPMs, the high RPMs with the oxygen-rich stage combustion and the full flow stage combustion on BE4 and the Raptor allow you to use methane. And what you can do is with full flow, because you use, okay, so you kind of have to learn a little bit about different rocket propellants here for a second. So let me break it down for a second, okay? All right, now, that was terrible. Okay, I got it. So on one side over here, you have kerosene, okay? Kerosene and liquid oxygen, all right? Kerosene and liquid oxygen is very energetic. It'll get you the best explosion. It'll create a nice big fiery explosion of fun. It's very reactive. You get a lot of energy being put out real fast. The problem is it's not very efficient. Why? Well, with Kerolox, you're using, well, kerosene. You're using a fossil fuel. It's a hydrocarbon. So it's hydrocarbon is hydrogen and carbon in a chain. CH, 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 CH. And when you throw that into a rocket engine, if you put it in at a stoichiometric ratio, you're going to get unburnt carbon. The explosion doesn't burn all the fuel, okay? So the Russians came up with the idea of staging the oxygen and putting it in there to put more oxygen in and spray the same amount of fuel and burn off all the fuel. It gives you a much better first stage engine, right? So that's what they did with the oxygen-rich stage combustion cycle. That makes it easier to do something like methane, right, down the road. But the Soviet Union, the Russians never got around to it. They were going to, but they never got around to it. Now, right in the center, okay, actually on the other side of the spectrum here, skip the center one. On the other side of the spectrum over here, you have hydrogen. Hydrogen is a great rocket fuel. It's not very energetic though, but it is very efficient. You put hydrogen and oxygen into a combustion chamber, you blow them up, water comes out the bottom. There's not much unburnt hydrogen coming out the bottom. It's a very efficient burn, but it's not as energetic. Okay? Now, go back to the center here. The center here is liquid methane. Liquid methane is pretty energetic, and it's okay for efficiency. It's pretty good. It's halfway between kerosene efficiency and hydrogen. Well, why is that? Well, because methane is CH4. It's carbon and hydrogen. Now, if you're putting methane into a rocket engine and you're using a stage combustion cycle to get it to basically get as much oxygen and as much fuel in there, you can increase the efficiency on methane. You can increase the efficiency with methane with a full flow stage combustion, okay? Now, if you just had a regular gas generator methane engine, it'd be okay. It would have okay thrust, and it would be okay efficiency. It's decent. It's mostly hydrogen, so there's relatively low carbon emissions, right? Comparatively to a Kerolox motor, which is rolling coal over there. They run the Merlin 1D, for instance. They run it fuel rich. That's why Falcon 9 has all that soot when it comes back down, because it's running fuel rich for temperature. So a lot of unburnt fuel comes out of the gas generator, for instance. Now, with methane, you're going to get the best of both worlds. But if you use a full flow stage combustion cycle with methane, you get, first and foremost, a propellant that's way easier to handle. Methane is a lot easier to handle than liquid hydrogen. Hydrogen's a pain in the butt to handle. Kerosene is very easy to handle. Methane is okay. It's still a cryogenic propellant, so it's going to be difficult to handle more than just a tank of diesel fuel like what kerosene is. But a full flow stage combustion cycle, Nico, can get you almost Hydrolox efficiency and Kerolox energy. Almost. It's close. If you full flow stage combustion cycle a methane engine, you can get almost the best that hydrogen has to offer and the best that kerosene has to offer. That's why it's like the logical end game. Hydrogen is a pain in the butt. It's hard to handle. Liquid hydrogen goes everywhere. Kerosene is very easy to handle, but it's very inefficient. So kerosene is used for like first stages. It's very good at first stages. Hydrogen is better for a second stage. Methane is good at doing everything. And if you full flow stage combustion, if it's going through a full flow stage combustion cycle motor, right, like a Raptor engine, right, now you have pretty damn good efficiency and you have pretty damn good thrust. What do you need to make a fully reusable rocket? You need both of those things. Actually, Raptor engines would be really good at making an SSTO as well. Yeah, they'd be really good at that. Does that make sense? That's why it's always been the logical end game. Hydrogen is super efficient, but it's not very energetic. Hey, Nico, right on. Hydrogen's a marathon runner. Kerosene is a sprinter. Okay? And for the track and field people, because the Olympics are coming up, methane is the 4x400 relay. Yeah? That makes sense? So you got the mile runners over here, and then you got the 100 meter and 110 hurdle guys over here. Methane is the 4x400. Yeah. That's methane. Thanks a lot of info. I was looking at it wrong. No problem. What kind of specific impulse could Raptor vacuum get? It could be approaching Hydrolox, lols. It's there. I guarantee you that SpaceX is going to try to hit 400 seconds with Raptor vacuum. But you know what the crazy thing is about a Raptor engine? Is that Raptor engines, you can fire the vacuum nozzle down here. Because Raptor engines create such high chamber pressure because of the full flow stage combustion that it'll fill up the nozzle down here. Yeah, it'll fill it up down here. SpaceX straight up can test their vacuum engines at sea level because Raptor is that freaking powerful. I'm telling you guys, that engine is nuts. It's cheating. It's almost as cheating as much as those things over there. Joni, the theoretical limit 382. I don't know. Theoretically, yeah, sure. Theoretically, scallops fly out of my pants. So who's the synchronized swimmer? Starlink? Starlink? Developing a Mars program in RO and have Raptors unlocked in the mid-90s. They're literally too powerful for most craft. Yeah, right. After seeing one of those things lift the water tower, I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, also, lols, the stage combustion cycle affords you deep throttle capability. Yeah, deep throttle. Yeah, I mean, that Raptor engine to Starship's design is about as crucial as the JT9 the JT9 was to the 747. A lot of people don't know that the 747 was the first passenger liner to use a high bypass turbofan in high production. High bypass turbofans are literally what every single airliner, save for some here and there that use turboprops, have on them. All airliners up until that point were using a low bypass or no bypass at all with a turbojet. A turbojet is good. Turbofans are way better. What's the throttle limit of the Raptor? It can deep throttle. I don't know what the limit is. Sure, Cider. Yeah. Sure. Just making sure I'm caught up with chat. Okay, anyway, speaking of SpaceX, let's see what we got here. So another user posted this thing. So now that we have Raptor, all we need is NTP, and it's a good game for a while until we get good at Vasmir stuff. Yeah, Raptor and nuclear thermal lols. So like an SLS style architecture working with reusable upper stages. So like a nuclear powered upper stage for SLS. Combine that with Starship and you get the best of both worlds. You get the best of the shuttle program and the best of the Saturn V program. That's why I want to headbutt anybody that says the HLS development, right, for like the national team and stuff, is a $10 billion Bezos bailout. I want to headbutt people that say that because we're on the verge of having this. Like, yeah, you really have no idea. Like, people that say that crap have no idea what they're talking about. Anyway. So, Kelvin says a new plan for long range. And then, ooh. Yeah. Your boy weighed in right there.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Vegan. 11-month resub. Thank you. One last presentation had this slide today. Let me take a look. Let's see what we got here. Trying to tell me that sometimes people on the internet are wrong? Yeah, Colonel, that's what I'm trying to tell you, and I do understand the joke. Yeah, I know. You think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies? Where I get annoyed is that people say that because they want to get you to think a certain way and they don't want you to use your brain. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like those people. Yeah, I don't like those people. You shouldn't either. Joke's on you. I don't have a brain. Wrecked. But yeah, Colonel, I do get the joke. Yeah, people do that nonsense all the time. Let's see. Another flat top. Got another flat top right there. It's pretty awesome. That looks a lot like an RD-180. You need that mug, though, bro, like badly. What do you mean you don't understand it? So 2030. Okay. All right, let me check out the NSF stuff over here. The last one is a 200-ton LOX methane engine. Low-cost, full-flow stage combustion. Throttle 25 to about 110. 2,000 sea-level thrust, 327 sea-level specific impulse. TWR is 90. Could be reused for about 20 times. Wait a minute. What the hell is that? Hey, Jack, what's going on? Yeah, I'm glad you like it, dude. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't make me like what you're doing, you pieces of crap. That's cool. That's cool. That's what they want, the methane engine. So those are the numbers for that methane engine, right? And then that's the graphic that they're showing. They still your idea for Gemstone 6. Bro, this is like... What you're looking at right there would be like me putting the K-33 on top of Gemstone 6's first stage. That's a really good idea. Oh, balls. It's kind of like Phantom Express, except the second stage is reusable as well. That's pretty damn cool. (5 m 3 engine, 5 m 5 engine, 7.5 m 9 engine configurations. Full flow reuse 2,000 kilonewton engine. I wonder where they got that idea. I wonder. All right, let's see. Speaking of reusable upper stages, let's see what we got here. This is an article coming from Sandra Irwin over at Space News. ULA will not be using an upgraded upper stage engine on the upcoming Atlas V mission as the company investigates the source of vibration issues seen during a May 18th flight. The engine use was identified during the launch of the U.S. Space Force's Sirius 5 missile warning satellite, which was successfully deployed. The RL-10 engine that powered the Atlas V's upper stage had a new nozzle extension that was observed vibrating or ringing during flight. Yeah, the nozzle on the upper stage was oscillating like crazy. I saw that stuff right away, and I'm like, I don't know if that's supposed to happen or not. Tori Bruno then said that, yeah, that was an unintended thing, but it still worked. But yeah, we're not going to fly it for a little while. That's for the most part what he weighed in on. It's interesting because that RL-10C11, yeah, there's been a lot of different versions of that thing. The RL-10C11 is the upper stage engine for Vulcan. That's the one they want for Vulcan, and it not working correctly is, it's not like a terrible circumstance, it's just not ideal. Yeah. Off topic, would you change your mission control background if someone were to make you one? No. The vibration was pretty noticeable in the official stream. Oh, Nico, I saw it right away, dude. Part of what I do when I cover launches, I talked about this the other day. When I cover the launch, you'll see me doing this, and I'll be looking around. And I know people watch that, and they probably say, yeah, what are you looking for? Well, no, I'm looking for small stuff like that. I see stuff from time to time, and you have to look very close, because if there's a failure, it's going to be quick. Or if something doesn't go right, it's going to be quick, and it's going to be really difficult to spot. Sometimes I miss it. Sometimes chat sees it for me. But if you know what to look for, right, you know, you can see this stuff. I caught the nozzle ringing right away. So I'm like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. The last two paragraphs are the good bits. All right. If you want to see more of this article, I'll link it up in chat here. Like the Vega telemetry issue. Spotted that right off the bat, Thomas. So yeah, we were on that like flies on poop. Okay. The job of that nozzle is to expand the gases coming out of the engine's combustion chamber all the way down as close to the outside conditions as possible, in which case is vacuum. By having a longer extension, we get a bit more expansion and we get more performance. Bruno said that the live feed showed the engine oscillating at a frequency of 23 hertz, We're taking time to fully understand this. He said, can we live with it? Do we want to stiffen that extension of the nozzle? And what frequency to stiffen it to? He said that the engine with the nozzle extension will not be used in the next several flights of Atlas V if any changes are made to the engine. We'll find the place to insert the corrective action. In the meantime, we'll fly the older configuration. See? Very, very, very conservative approach when it comes to engineering, but that approach makes what you lack in, you know, like cavalier testing, you make up for in mission assurance, meaning that they don't change the formula unless they absolutely have to. And if it doesn't work out, then they'll, nope, go back to how we had it before. Yeah, can we live with it? Do we stiffen the extension of the nozzle, and what frequency do you stiffen it to? Yeah, that's something that Kerbal doesn't really teach too much, Phil, huh? Kerbal doesn't teach you that vibrations from rocket engines can just back screws out. Seriously, rocket engines get so ridiculously violent, and there's all different types of frequencies being exerted on the vehicle, all different types of vibrations. If you have a bolt that's tightened down, that vibration can get so bad it can just unscrew the bolt. Literally, like, unscrew the bolt as fast as, like, an impact wrench would. Just, gone. Bye-bye. It can do that. That's what happened with the N1. The N1 had so much resonant vibrations from all the engines in the first stage, it backed a bolt out, and that bolt fell into the fuel tank pickup. Yeah, that didn't end well. Yeah, that didn't end well at all. Yeah, that didn't end well. That happens on jet engines too. That's why you got to lock wire everything. Yep. That's right. Which N1 was that? All of them. All of them. All right, next news. It's good to know, S. Or it did end well, depending on your viewpoint. I mean, N1 fails, Valentin Glishko is sitting in the wings going. Alright, anyway. Aren't the horizontal pipes on the N1 that cause the issues? No. A lot of rockets have horizontal pipes. How do you think SLS is going to get hydrogen to four motors? They go out and they go down. It's a manifold, like an exhaust manifold on a car. They're fuel delivery manifolds. Falcon 9 has horizontal pipes in it. It has 9 of them. Well, 18 if you include the liquid oxygen downcomer. So does Starship. Was Energia before or after N1? After. So, Savvy, the guy that developed the Energia lifter was a guy named Valentin Glishko. Valentin and Sergei Korolev was the guy that invented Soyuz. He came up with Soyuz, and he came up with the N1, and Glishko thought the N1 was stupid. He thought it was a stupid design, and he thought Sergei Korolev was an idiot. And so when the N1 failed, he said, look, this rocket's a piece of junk. All up testing, no, this rocket's a piece of junk. And they listened to him. And he wanted to make a UR-700, which is, I think it was the UR-700, I forget. But Energia was his design. And Energia is probably one of the best launch vehicles ever devised. Yeah, it's definitely up there. It's a shame it only flew twice. Wasn't UR-700 hypergolic fueled? It was a bunch of things, Pigzig. UR-700, or as I like to call it, untitled spacecraft. Actually, no, UR-700 wasn't Glishko. It was Vladimir Kolomey. It was different guy, but still. UR-700 was what they wanted to replace the N1. Here, this is a Nick Stevens graphic. Take a look. Yeah, AKA untitled spacecraft. This is what happens when you don't have barges to be able to move your rocket stages around. You have to just basically punch a bunch of small rocket stages together. Yeah, untitled spacecraft. Untitled spacecraft, man. Yeah, Signer, I'm not sure. It's around somewhere. Untitled spacecraft, bro. It's still such a good picture. It's such a good picture. Untitled spacecraft. So you have Taurus, Taurus 2 or Antares, you have Falcon 9, Atlas, Delta, the Space Shuttle, Saturn, Nova, Block 1 SLS, Block 2 SLS, untitled spacecraft. Untitled spacecraft, baby. I love it. It's so good. It's so funny, man. All right. So, Maston delays its first lunar mission. This is a Jeff Faust article over at Space News. 112 came out not a couple hours ago. It was 6 hours ago. Bronick. Build a pad for it. Hard pass. Oh, Reveril, it's absolutely true. So, Maston Space Systems is pushing back the launch of its first lunar landing mission by nearly a year. The latest in a series of delays by companies with NASA contractors to transport payloads to the moon. Maston said June 23rd that its Maston Mission 1 lander, which had been scheduled to launch in December 2022 to land near the Haworth crater in the southern polar regions of the moon, will instead launch in November of 2023. The company blamed the delay on the cumulative effects of COVID-19 and industry-wide supply chain issues. Oh boy. Keep hearing those words. Stop hitting yourself, Jack. Stop hitting yourself. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to read any more of that. That's good. If you want to read more about this, here. Would you like to know more? Zip. All right. Next picture. Oh! The anthropomorphic test dummy that will be inside of Starliner on the Orbital Flight 2 test here. Rosie the Rocketeer. Boeing's anthropomorphic test device claimed her spot on once again in the commander's seat inside the company's CST-100 Starliner spacecraft for its second uncrewed orbital flight test for NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Rosie's first flight, OFT, provided hundreds of data points about what astronauts will experience for flight. For OFT-2, she will help maintain Starliner's center of gravity during ascent, docking, undocking, and landing. OFT-2 is scheduled to lift off at 2:53 p.m. on Friday, July 30th from Slick 41, Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida, bound for the International Space Station. That Phase 1, a crash test dummy, has been into space more than you. Is it the same Starliner as OFT-1? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure if this is Calypso. Calypso was the name of the Starliner that ran OFT-1. I don't think this is it. I think this is the capsule that was supposed to be the crew flight test, and Calypso will be the Boeing Crew 1 test, if I'm remembering that correctly. Yeah, no, I said Crew 1, CFT. So yeah, they basically just skipped everything down. Notice the Reebok? Oh, it's got Reeboks. Hey, David C. Clark. Yeah. Awesome. David C. Clark. Worcester, Massachusetts, baby. Woo! Yeah, no, yeah. High five. Worcester guy. Yeah, we're going over to Worcester there, guy. Nobody wants to go to Worcester. I'm sorry. I don't know. There's some things there that you might like, but you don't need to go to Worcester. I live near there, and I don't need to go to Worcester. David C. Clark, though, is a company that is there. Actually, that's the reason I would go. I'd go to Worcester for that. It's just a shot down Route 9 there, guy. I would go there because David C. Clark is there. David C. Clark made, amongst other things, the spacesuits and the headsets for the Apollo program.
Go at throttle up.
And they make a lot of aviation headsets. Yeah, those are, yeah, David Clark's. David C. Clark's are overrated, expensive, and not reliable. S-Master, I will not allow this misspeak, this wrong think in my chat. Thank you very much. Timed out. Some new 7-month resub. First paid sub with my first engineering paycheck. Thanks for keeping me inspired to keep going over the years. Couldn't think of a better use of your money. Thanks, man. Yes, I only nipped the comment. I didn't time you out. He get good sauce in Worcestershire, and Arthur C. Clarke is better than David C. Clarke. You can have fun with your condiment, Tessa. We'll be making spacesuits in our Worcester. Thank you very much. Okay? Yeah, here. You can make condiments to put it on your spotted dick or whatever the hell you guys do over there. We'll be making spacesuits in our Worcester. Yeah, we're the Worcester that makes spacesuits. You must be the other guy. You're supposed to be the spotted dick. Okay, alright. If you're from the UK watching, you know I give you guys crap because I love you, right? Also, I also want to take anything that's British, and I just have a very bad compulsion to just want to toss it into a body of water. MG and MGB, into the harbor. Alright? Okay. English Electric Lightning, fighter jet, great fighter jet, awesome, really fast, one of the coolest fighter jets. Harbor. Harbor. T, harbor. The entire cast of Monty Python. Harbor. You put it on grilled cheese and your mouth will love you for the rest of your life. We believe you. Yep. UK is already in water. Yeah, I do mean the Habba Saber. Concorde? No, we can keep that. I'll take that. That's fine. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, you guys can have it. We'll just harbor everything else. That's fine. Mini, harbor. I mean, they rust like ones in salt water anyway, right? Am I right? Ha ha! Whoa! Got him. Nah, love you guys. Please remind me to never let you drive my car. Vulcan? No, I'll take the Vulcan. That's fine. I'll take the Vulcan. That's fine. Bentley, harbor. Aston Martin, I'll take that too. Yeah. Concorde is part French, though. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why that's why we can keep it, Urban. That's why we can keep it. I mean, say what you want about you lot. French like democracy, and I do like that as well. We invented democracy, existentialism, and another thing. Oh, that third one's pretty cool, man.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
I always bash stuff that I like the most. It's an American thing. Specifically a Northeastern American thing. We make fun of the things that we like the most. I don't know. It's some weird dark humor thing. Saber, how are you, by the way? I agree on the Bentley. It's about as British as Audi these days. Tessa, that hurts to see. As somebody that likes Mopars, it hurts to see a French name on a goddamn Dodge. Or Stellantis, or whatever the hell that... It's a coping mechanism. Yeah, right? So you would throw their football in there too? I mean, yeah, Pharaoh, I would. You know why? Because they call it a football, so you know what I'd do? I would very specifically take the football, soccer ball, call it a soccer ball, and then shoot it basketball style into the harbor, just for maximum, you know? I'm good. Worked a little late, but that means I'll have a shorter day tomorrow. How have you been liking the latest update? Lurked some yesterday. It was good, man. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's good. Green Mercedes. Would you throw the U.S. Navy into the harbor? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, how else are they going to go help SpongeBob? Call the Navy! We don't have the Navy! Call the Navy! Do that and you'll never be forced to use the logical metric system ever again. Yeah, but our backward system is something that you invented, dick! Now what? We'll come up with a measuring system, right? We'll come up with a measuring system. We'll use the guy's foot. Yeah, we'll just use the guy's foot. Use that guy's foot over there. Oh, he's a crown. Yeah, Henry, come over here. Let's use your foot. Use your foot, mate. Fractions, baby. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm sorry, I'm just being a jerk now. All right, here, let's check this out. So the ESA had a round of recruitment for European Space Agency astronauts, and let's see who wants to go into space. Yeah, that's right, Staples. 2 kinds of countries: those who use the metric system and those who landed on the moon. That might change soon, but I'm gonna beat that drum as much as I can until, you know, the U.S. goes back to the moon with the metric engineered spacecraft. We can say it for another couple of years. It's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this should be gray right here, fellas. I'm pretty sure that that should be gray. The Polen cannot into space. I think this graph is intentionally misleading. Oh, there's this too. What's that? Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's weird. Polen can into space? I don't know. Oh, look, the French Space Agency's buddy organization at it again. More complete map about the ESA. I don't need a more complete map than what we got here. French just want to go to space to retreat from the Germans. Oh. Bro, Ireland though. The Irish, yeah, you know why the Irish want to get into space? Because they want to get away from you lot. They want to freaking get away from you. Freaking weirdos. Freaking weirdos with your tea. Yeah, there you go. So, who's not allowed? Huh. Okay. Oh, look up here. That is right. Best country in Northern Europe. The dang Finns want to go into space. Yes, I think that we should have more Finnish people in space. Yeah. Yes, we should go up there and possibly put hydraulic press on new space station to test crushing the micrometeorites. Very dangerous, very dangerous. So we must deal with it. Poor wording. Gray countries aren't part of the ESA. Yeah, I know. Oh, Satana! Lowry, you're losing pressure in your space. Oh, Satana! Satana! Vittu no Satana! Anyway, nice accent. Thanks. All right. Yeah, Finnish people are cool. I love Finland's awesome, dude. I'd go there. I'd go there, hang out with those guys for a little while. It's pretty awesome place. Summer car is what sold me on it, and you know what? I'm not ashamed to say that. Also, Kimi Räikkönen. Yeah. Go there in the winter. Not wearing a red jacket. Got him. Rally racing in Finland is very, very nice. Yes. Alright, cool. Interesting stuff, floating disc. I'm going to have to read the breakdown of that a little later. That's really cool. Actually, yeah, that's really interesting stuff. They don't consider the ISS safe. It wasn't built with Nokia 3310 safety margins. Yes. Yes, it does not make much sense to do that. It's too dangerous. Russian stuff, no. It's not Nokia. Nokia good. Yeah. So, Kimmy, you just completed your first trip in space. How do you feel about it? It's pretty nice. The spacecraft was run real good today. It went up into space. I think it's a very good day for, the team and myself, mostly for the team. And, yeah. So, were you scared at all when you flew on it? No. Okay. Starship video. Seriously though, Finland's awesome. You guys are cool. I like you. Kiitos. Steering wheel! Steering wheel! Gimme, it is a spacecraft. You do not have a steering wheel. Just give it a damn steering wheel! Try to fly to space! Toothless. Kimmy, you need to put your gloves on. For what? For what? You're going into space. Oh, yes, okay. Alright, so, super heavy forward dome sleeve. So it looks like they put hot gas thrusters on it. So this is the top. This is the very, very top of the first stage. So, this is the section that's going to be closer to the bottom of Starship here. They did put hot gas thrusters on it. And it is important to note, and I haven't really gone into a deep dive on a Starship video lately. It's important to note that these grid fins, or what I would assume is the mount for Super Heavy's grid fins, they are not cardinal directions. What does that mean in plain English? So on Falcon 9, Falcon 9's obviously circular if you're looking at it. There's a grid fin at 12, 3, 6, and 9, and then it's rotated a little bit. So it would be like 2, 4, 6, and 8, I guess, if you really want to be technical. They're 4 times symmetry to speak in Kerbal terms. These ones are not. These grid fins are doing this. They're 60 degrees angled like that. And then the hot gas thrusters are right there. And then there's something, and I still can't figure out what the heck this is. There's a huge freaking bracket right there. That is between the grid fins. I can only assume that this is going to be some kind of catching device or some kind of device for catching the booster, but I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Yeah, X-Wing style. That's actually a good way to put that, Nico, yeah. So the holes are for the fins, yeah. Yes, it's for fins. They crawl through this hole to get into rocket. Timmy, you would not have the drink. Why not the drink? Because that's a fuel line. Oh. Okay. Yeah, see? Actually, this is a really good picture. This footage was taken by Brady Keniston here over at NASA Spaceflight. I've heard from Thomas in chat, our resident Starship guru, that they actually took the hot gas thrusters off. If you look right here, these are hot gas thrusters for Super Heavy. So there's 1, 2, and 3, right? So one is pointing this way, one's pointing that way, one's pointing that way. That should give you roll and pitch RCS for coming back down. Falcon 9 has a very similar setup. But Falcon 9 does have a downward-facing thruster for venting the propellants after you land. They will be taking them off. Unsure if it's happened yet. Okay. Elon said last night that they're going to remove the thrusters for the first mission to reduce complexity. Got it. You got a tweet for it? Let me see. Cool. It's cool, but it's an unnecessary complication for now. These are being removed to speed up time to orbital launch. Boop. Boop. Cool. There's that sticker with a face on it. I don't know whose face that's supposed to be. Still can't figure that one out. Nico, they're going to shoot for orbit. SpaceX is going to shoot for orbit soon. They're going to try to get this thing into space by the end of the summer. And it's not like a full Starship prototype. What they're going to do is basically launch something very similar to what we saw with SN-15 or SN-16, which didn't fly, but with a much more completed thermal protection system, because they need to test the heat shields. And they need to launch one into space to confirm their heat shield model from their simulation testing. Still don't know who that is. That is actually more along the lines of kind of realistic space flight. Like, no, I wouldn't say realistic. That's not the right way to say that. That's actually closer to how NASA tests stuff. One of the first on-orbit missions for the Orion spacecraft was the EFT-1 mission back in 2014 that launched an Orion that was bare bones, that had a full fidelity heat shield on it. It had a real heat shield on it, but it was a boilerplate. So it was a dud capsule with a real heat shield. The Starship that they want to launch this year, from what I understand, is going to be a dud Starship with a real heat shield and obviously the flappy wings, you know, and real fuel tanks. But in terms of, like, inside of it, it's just going to be empty. It's a Renegade. Oh, Elon, I'm in fear for my life from the long flip and burn. Starship is coming down from the sky, and I don't have very long. It's a great song, man. Come on, you know it is. What about heat shield testing? What about the heat shield testing? The flight timeline we have seen doesn't have a re-entry burn, meaning it's a once around. Yeah, it is going to be a once around. Mm-hmm. Will starships be painted at all? I don't think so, Sea Dragon. Paint is excess weight. That's just extra things to put on your rocket. And when you have something as big as Starship, all that paint does add up. It adds up to a couple thousand pounds. Seriously. They ran into this problem during the shuttle program. Starbase. They ran into this problem during the shuttle program. The first two shuttles that launched had a painted white external tank. So they had the orange foam and they painted it white. And they figured out that from the first couple of missions that they didn't really need to paint it white. So from STS-3 forward, the shuttle flew with the orange tanks, and it flew for the orange tanks 133 more times after that. They saved a couple thousand pounds worth of mass on the external tank. Yeah, giving the shuttle more payload capacity. Oh, man. F for the T. Hold on. Oh, did the T... Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was like, what are you guys talking about? F for the T. SARS base? Oh, God. No, I don't want that. I don't... Can we put the T back, please? Yeah, sure, Hippo. Yeah. Jack and Coke? Yeah, sure. I mean... Yeah, I mean, I like tequila's good. Yeah, tequila's good. Mm-hmm. Did you cover the KSB news yet? It was the first thing that I did at the start of the stream, SCV, good to go, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I know, numbed, right? Jeez. Hellfish. Savage. Don't throw the T into the harbor. Oh, man, I'm really tempted to, Gah. I'm really tempted to. But then, oh, man. Yeah, okay, I'm resisting the urge. So what are we doing tonight in mission mode? We're going to play Kerbal in mission mode. I don't know yet. I'm just looking around, seeing taking it all in. You ever stared at it? Marveled at its beauty? Its genius? Did you know, chat, that the first Starship was designed to be the perfect launch vehicle? Without pain and suffering. Very easy to make. It was a disaster. No starships would accept the pressure. Entire vehicles were lost. Floating, nice. It was a disaster. Nobody would accept, no launch vehicle would accept the pressures. Entire starships were lost, which brings you to the starship that you see before you. Like the dinosaur. The future is Starship's time. The future is our lives. I mean, this looks like plus with a Z underneath it, but if you turn your head 90 degrees, that's plus N, okay? Nobody wants plus N. Alright, for the nth time. Math jokes. But if you turn your head this way, it's N plus. Oh God. Oh God, which one is it? N plus N? What happened to then? You missed it. When? Just N. When will N be positive? Soon. It's a hit platforming game. N plus plus. Clearly Zorro has been here. Oh my God. That's good, man. I like that. So there's the booster right there. This thing with the pipes coming off of it is ground service equipment. So this is going to be a fuel tank that's on the ground. SpaceX, for the people that don't know, I'll just say it because it needs to be mentioned. SpaceX on the same assembly line is making the fuel tanks for the pad and the boosters at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. When you make stuff out of stainless steel, you can afford to do that. You can't do that with other rockets because aluminum fuel tanks don't last long by the ocean. They do corrode, salt water. Stainless steel, though, depending on the alloy, should be pretty resistant to that stuff. So yeah, they can make the tanks out of stainless steel, which is pretty cool. The entire BN3 LOX tank has been stacked and is no longer attached to the gantry. Cool. Yeah, Neuro. Make the tanks out of nitinol? If I drop stainless steel in a water bottle, will it get damaged? I don't know. Yes? How do they remove the stains from the steel? Yes. It was also moved to the side so they could start stacking the CH4 tank section. Cool. Nickel titanium alloy. Those tiles, man, I'm telling you. What a great idea. Star Citizen sells stainless steel water bottle merch. Oh. S-Master, you could use OxyClean. Yep. Thomas, that's funnier. So those are the sections. These are the sections being put together at the fuel farm site for the 8th launch tower section. How do you steal stainless? Well, you go over there and get it. Just hop over the fence and get it. See, there's a fence. Don't hop over the fence. Seriously, don't do that. You'll get shot. It's Texas. Don't trespass. Trespassing in Texas is a big no-no. I really want that truck. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a flatbed with a 5th wheel, so you can gooseneck. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it. Tell us why, show us how. Look at you now. Yeah, you don't want that, Riveril. Do you think you could get a job polishing the fuel tanks? I mean... No? What if the grass is greener? The grass is always greener on the other side, man. Delivery near the tents. What do we have here? The white domes were on board and were moved to the ground tracking station. Yeah, I was going to say, those are antennas. Those are SPMTs, Jack. Self-propelled modular transporters. It's how they move heavy lift stuff around. Is that an antenna? Or is it a gigantic scoop of vanilla ice cream? I'll let you decide. You probably could, S. Why not both? Okay. Touche. Look at the trailer Boeing. Yeah, those things aren't that heavy, but they're just big. It's the start of Spaceball City. Ah, yes. Yes. So, does that mean Elon is building Spaceball 1? As long as we can skip Spaceball 5. Well, what about Spaceballs 2? The search for more money. I do have another video here. This one is a quicker one. They're doing something out on SN16, which is interesting. Use the Schwartz. Terve. Orgio. Eve Pivi. Terve. Next, the question is, every scoop of vanilla ice cream an antenna? Yeah. How else am I gonna get 5G signal? Don't answer that. All right. Sorry. That joke could. Yes. Sure. Next subject. They removed the lift points from SN16 is what they did in this video. Interesting. There's the 7th tower segment. 7th section of the 7th tower. 7th sun of a 7th sun lifted on a power boom. Oh, God. Isn't SN16 supposed to be the hypersonic demonstration article? Elon hinted about that, Tessa, but who knows if it's going to happen. Yeah, Solar. You know what's crazy to me? That one, SN15 flew. It's flown into space. Well, not into space. I wouldn't say into space. It's flown. That whole big thing over there went up in the air and came back down. And it just sitting there. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Nice. Flowmasters, from what it sounds like. Yes, I know the difference. I'm a loser, okay? What do you want from me? I sit here all day. Yeah, Lobster, duh. Obviously. Falcon 9 did it first, and better. I mean... Okay. SN11 is still around. Some with... It landed, just not in one piece. They look like giant kegs, don't they, Louiso? I mean, they did say that they wanted a bar at the top of the high bay, so, I mean... one of them might be a keg. Who knows? Maybe they'll take SN 7.2 and make a distillery or something. Miff, 31 months. What's up, man? How are you? Actually, you know what? If anybody from SpaceX is watching, can you just whisper that one into Elon's ear? Yeah. I don't need credit. Just take SN 7.2 and brew beer in it. Can we? Yeah, let's do that. That's a really good idea. Yeah. I want Starship-themed kegs. I think kegs, well, kegs are made out of aluminum, though. They look like grain silos to you. Yeah, right? A nitro brew. They missed their chance when they didn't use Starhopper. For real. The fermenters are stainless steel. That's right. This isn't some intergalactic kegger. SN2 has some holes in it, so that can't happen. All right, fine. Boost BN2. The BN2 segment will be fine. That'll be good. No, Curl, I don't think that's how that works. I mean, maybe. Bar 301. Oh, that would be, dude, karate, I'd buy it. You know, I'm not really a sucker for like microbrews and novelty beers and stuff, but if SpaceX had like a microbrew that was brewed inside one of the test articles, I would buy the crap out of that. Oh my god, I'd buy the crap out of it, dude. I'd buy a keg of it myself, and hopefully the keg looks like Starship. I would buy it, dude. I'd buy so much of that. I would do that. I would just, yeah, I'd absolutely do it. Yeah, the bottom shaped like Starship. Oh my god. Dude, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd buy that. Ferd. If Elon's really watching, next week he will announce his next venture, Brewery X. It's literally a thing? Oh, even better. So that's the orbital launch platform. Tyler Gray took this shot. Oh. Tell me why it must be a power boom. So I was right yesterday. If you crank the firework launcher with cows, it makes a resource consuming the Kraken drive. It makes a resource consuming Kraken drive. Oh god. Look at the size of that friggin' crane, dude. Now that's a crane. I like that. It's very close to that SDW configuration that I said. That is about as big as you can get for a crawler crane. That thing is gigantic. That looks like the crane that NASA had to build the mobile launcher, to put the crew access arm up on the mobile launcher. Something that they didn't show anybody that, which is stupid. And they will need to extend it again. Full SDW configuration, Thomas. That's unbelievable. It's a freaking huge crane. BrewX announces its new IPA. 1 hops. Oh, it's foolproof. Writes itself. I mean, this guy crowdfunded his tunnel boring company by making hats. Okay, hats and not flamethrowers. All right. I think you know, if they got a methane production site, it seems like a beer production site right next to it is not that far-fetched, okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. What'd you think for a quick first pass? Let me see. Oh. Your LOX tank is too big. Other than that, Grab Shark looks great. I think that was a joke, drummer. So this is GSE at the orbital launch site. See, seriously, they're Starship bulkheads for the tanks to store the fuel on the ground. Other than that, Grab Shark, it looks good. Grab Shark, the LOX tank on the nice CPS is almost a sphere. It's very close to a sphere. If I'm remembering correctly, dude, hang on. So the Delta, there's Believe it, well, at this point, there's 4 different types of this, of DCSSs, Delta 4 cryogenic second stages. There's 4 different types. There's the Delta 4 4-meter DCSS, and then there's the 5-meter DCSS. That's a 4-meter right there. The 5-meter, I've seen a 5-meter in real life. It's friggin' huge. It's way bigger than you think it is. And then the ICPS is a variant of the Delta 4 5-meter DCSS. It has a bigger hydrogen tank, but Grav, it's almost a sphere. It's very close. I think that the LOX tank, uses the same. The LOX tank for the 5-meter DCSS and ICPS, I'm pretty sure, is using the same tooling as the 4-meter hydrogen tank on the 4-meter variant. Delta 4 came with a bunch of different upper stages. Delta 4 is another Lego kit booster, which is why it's a shame it only flies in heavy configuration nowadays. But Delta has a bunch of different configs. See? Check it out. So there's the 4-meter, and there's the 5-meter. If you look, the 4-meter hydrogen tank looks like it's made using similar tooling to the 5-meter LOX tank. And then the ICPS has a stretched hydrogen tank, but not a stretched LOX tank, because you can store LOX at a much higher density than you can hydrogen, because hydrogen sucks. It's really great. It's really efficient. But hydrogen is like the trophy wife of propellants, man. It's very high maintenance, okay? Or trophy husband. It's 2021. We don't judge. Whatever you want. It's like a buffet, man. Seriously, though. Good first pass. The EUS is essentially its younger, larger brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hellfish, everybody wants to call SLS Jupiter 4, right? Everybody wants to call it Jupiter 4. I think it should be Delta 5. SLS, because it's using an ICPS, and the EUS is using ICPS components, and it's using a Delta 4 upper stage engine, I think we should call it Delta 5. There, I said it. Did we drop some frames? I had a little spike there. Delta 5 pig zig, and it's orange, of course. Will SLS catch fire? Not as bad as Delta. And then there's different variants for long duration or short duration missions. Long duration has an extended mission kit and more spray on foam insulation. White spray on foam insulation is for the long coast missions, and orange is for short coast missions. It's interesting, Reveril. I like Delta 5. I think it should be called Delta 5. I would say that SLS is in the Delta family of rockets. There, I said it. Oh no, I'm starting to like Delta 3. Good attempt. A for effort with Delta 3. A for effort. Jebby. I agree, Core. But is Atlas V in the Saturn family of rockets? I would say that Thor Able and Delta 1 and 2 are much closer to the Saturn family than an Atlas is, wouldn't you think? Making fun of someone on Twitter, don't mean that seriously. I was gonna say, Loopy, yeah, RL10s, but that's about it. Delta 4 go brrr. Delta 3, what's that? Chem, so we tried, okay. Delta 3 was an interim design. It's basically a Delta 2 with 8 solid rocket boosters on it, an extended Delta 2 first stage with a Delta 4 upper stage on top of it. If it looks goofy, yeah, it is. It's 9, excuse me, 9, yep. It's a little weird looking. It wasn't very good. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't very good. They launched it 3 times, it failed 2 of them, 2 times out of 3. And then, what was it? McDonnell Douglas and Boeing later Boeing just said, screw it, Delta IV. It was an interim thing. Delta IV was really the end game. Delta IV I love that rocket, man. It's a beast. That looks Kerbal as heck. It's literally a bunch of parts all put together. Yeah, it's not yeah, there's your family of Delta rockets, man. So they had Thor Able, and then they had Thor Agena, and then that went to a Delta 7000, and then Delta 3 was a Delta 8000, and then Delta 4 is a Delta 9000. Yeah, there was all different variants of the Thor, and it started with the 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 9000. Why did they do it that way? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Well, it happens. We did it too. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool idea, and you did some good. They got some good testing on the DCSS, which is a very good upper stage. But yeah, I mean, I can't, dude. It's one of those things. Delta 3 is one of those rockets. Like, I can't really decide if Delta 3 looks cool or not. Like, let's look at a real picture of it. Does that look, I mean, I guess from certain angles, it's a looker. Certain angles, it looks great. But from other angles, it looks like a toothbrush. It looks ugly, not gonna lie. Don't judge me. I can't tell, Kim. I can't tell. Like, it kind of looks nice, I guess. I mean, I like Delta 4 way better. Screw that thing. That thing's a piece of junk compared to Delta 4. Oh, yeah, there you go. Phil, did I tell you I've touched a Thor missile before? Pima, man. It's a great trip. I've built a Delta 3 plenty of times. It works well when there's no part failure, mods inferring, yep. But very efficient. Yeah, it looks like a toilet brush or something. No, you haven't. Well, shoot, man. You want to play that game? I'll tell you which one. I'll tell you which one it is. I don't know if it's a Thor missile. It could have been a Delta. Is Saber here? Saber, what? What? Okay, so it definitely wasn't that. Definitely wasn't that. No, 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 no. It looks mostly like that. Mostly like that. It didn't have a payload fairing on the front. It just was blank. So it was a Thor missile for sure. But it could have been a Thor SLV-2, like this. We don't want to know what you're into. I like hugging rockets. The SRBs need to be taller. It looks really odd. Well, I mean, King, they quite literally made it out of leftover parts. Now, don't get me wrong. Making rockets out of leftover parts has worked to very, very, very good ends in the past. Yes, it's literally made out of spare parts. The first stage for a Saturn 1B was made by Chrysler, and it's made out of leftover Jupiter and Juno missile parts. This is like 4 or 5 extended Redstone boosters just wrapped around a Jupiter C. Yeah, pretty crazy. This one? Yep, that's the one. SM-75. It is a Thor missile. Yeah. Oh, no, you haven't told me. Oh, yeah. And there's also one of my favorite pictures. Yeah. Freaking back in the day, man, Chrysler, Ford, and Chevy used to freaking be like SpaceX and Tesla, man. I wish they would do that nowadays. I mean, my car is literally in this picture. One of my cars, I should say. Sorry, not trying to flex. You know what? Hold on. Let's just go into the research folder. Nope. Nope. Yep. Where's my car? There's my car, right there. I have a Coronet 500 though. 440 is for plebeians. I have a 500 4-door. It's a pretty cool car. Just saying. I'm not trying to flex. I am trying to flex. It's an awesome car and I love it. And I want another one. Actually, I want that. I want the wagon. Look at all this stuff. Commodore 46 Cruiser on a Dodge L700 tilt cab. That's cool. Sportsman. Yep, Chrysler, prime contractor in the Apollo program for Saturn I first stages. Chrysler. Not trying to flex. Flex is harder. Shut up. Chrysler's business is to get you where you want to go, even if it's 238,000 miles straight up. Yeah, something Delta V, something. Fake news. It's a pickup truck with a mullet, can't unsee. That's see, drummer, you guys got caravans over there. We do camper specials. That's how we used to do it. Joe Public isn't gonna know what Delta V is in the 60s. Alright, fair point. Anyway. Alright, dudes. Kerbal? Shall we? EJ proceeds to collect all the vehicles on the page. Dude, I would... Okay. Alright, Look. You're telling me that you wouldn't want some of the things that you saw on there? Look. It's a freaking tank. You could pick up... Dude, you could pick up chicks in a tank. Bro. Bridge layer? That would be useful. For what? Don't know, but it'd be useful. Yeah, I don't need that. Rough terrain forklift? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd take the boat. I'll take the boat in the tilt cab. That's cool. If they cheat, you could just crush them. Yeah. What? Yeah, sure. Yeah, the amphibious vehicle's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't need anything here. The bus is kind of cool. A100s are cool. Darts are cool. Monaco, we're on a mission from God. Not the right year, though. And in my Coronet. The ever-popular Dodge Charger. One van. Oh, yeah, only one van, though. I'll take the Sportsman wagon. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take one of those. The funny thing is that the Town and Country probably has more interior volume than that van. Can I just see something real quick? That L700. I'm going to load up KSP. Dodge L700. I don't think I've ever seen one of those things. What the heck? Yo, look at this. Don't ever talk to me or my son again. Oh my god. Don't ever talk to me or my son again. Oh my god. We get to see you fool around with fireworks. Oh, you might want to watch the stream from yesterday. We definitely did that. Yeah. I made the fireworks do things. Is that thing cool or not? That truck. Is that cool looking or not? I can't tell. I shall call it Mini-Me. I can't really decide whether I like it or not. It's another one of those Uncanny Valley things. It looks kind of cool. Like, I like this, but the front looks like it's from the 1940s, and I don't know how to feel about that. I like this part. Not so much that. You like it? Yeah, okay. All right. I mean, yeah, okay. All right, it looks all right. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's a cool looking truck. Oh, flatbed. I friggin' wish. Dude, I'd take the truck with the flatbed just like that. Car hauler, man. That'd be pretty cool. See, yeah, okay. I like that. That's a cool truck. Your car might as well be from the 40s. All right. No. This is the Ford equivalent of the... Oh. No, bro. I like the Pound Mia sticker on there, but... It looks like it's broken. Have I seen this? Oh, no, I haven't. Bit of space news here. Ah. They installed a ring piece. I was intrigued by the airport mobile lounge. So this is the picture of Starship's orbital launch pad. It looks like they installed it's definitely a curved piece in there. Hey, who took the picture? Yeah, Reagan, I know. You didn't. Yeah, I gotta. This is a C. Nunez image, I think. Yep. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Cab over, rip your spine. Yeah. It's already messed up. Interesting. So it looks like they put these gussets in here, Reagan. They put the gussets in there so they could sit this thing. They could get it to set in position, and then they welded it in place. They'll probably remove the gussets when they're done. These things right here that look like they were crudely pasted on, well, it's just a temporary holder. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sorry, I wanted to see the airport mobile lounge. Oh. J Tacos, look at this thing. Oh. Oh. Oh, I want it. Oh, that's cool. Ah. Oh, damn it. I want it. Dude, I want... Oh, that's cool. I want it. Oh, my... Why do I want that? Why? What the hell am I going to do with that thing? Really, JDI? Oh, I kind of want it. I'm not going to lie to you. It's got a... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. They aren't that cool? What do you mean they're not that cool? What do you mean? That thing's... What do you mean they're not that cool? You can pick up chicks in that thing. You could pick up chicks in that thing. The mobile lounges at Dulles. You guys are saying... Oh, I kind of want one. Oh, why do I want that? Why do I want it? What the hell am I going to do with that thing? But it's freaking cool, man. What? I want to see what engine this thing has in it. Like, can you... Is that thing, like, even... Is it even road legal? Like... I hate it? You hate it? It's a giant forklift! What do you mean you hate it? What? What do you mean? It's a giant forklift. It's a bus forklift, man. What do you mean there's no forks? Of course there's forks. The whole thing is a forklift. I want it. I want it. I want it. It's a Bork lift. Yes, absolutely. Better rocket view. Actually, that's a really good idea. Can you imagine if it was road legal, you drive that down to Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex? Oh, we don't have a good view of the launch pad? Oh, look, we're above the tree line now. We can see it. Oh, that's a really good idea. They can't be street legal, though. There's no way in hell that they're street legal. There's no way. There's no way it's street legal. I kind of want one, though.
Discovery, going through.
Oh! Why, chat, why must we do this? All right, KSP is loaded up. Let's go. Bing, bing, bing. Perfect for NASCAR races in the infield party. Oh my gosh, Ja, you are absolutely right. My man, dude, you don't even need to go on top of the RV to crack a brew open, dude. Just hit the button. Now we can see the whole track, dude. Oh, there's no way they would allow that. Oh, man, that's cool. Dude, I mean, look, man, you lift it up. There's so much room for activities. Ja, you got it, man. Oh, that would be sick, dude, taking that to the infield. Oh, man. I want it now. We need to rent a man lift for the Artemis launches, right? Oh, man. Dude, that would be so cool. See if one is for sale. Dude, you're never going to find one of those things, Kuro. You're never going to find one. You are the tall guy at the concert. That's right. That's right. I mean, that thing is so cool. It's a bus that can change its ride height. Imagine if you took one of those and like made it into an RV and went to NASCAR races with. That would be awesome. You probably can build one on an old school bus platform. Yeah. Yeah, I know, RB. You'd be panning across the backstretch. That'd be awesome. I mean, Panda, how would we do that? That would need some hardcore metal fabrication to do that. I don't know if I'm not up to that challenge, dude. I don't know about you. What's the height? How high can it go? It can go as high as the 747's upper lounge from what I was seeing there. We could make one in Kerbal. I don't know what I'd use it for, but we could make one in Kerbal. How does it extend? Oh man, look at how much space is in that thing. Yes, you do. You know exactly what you'd use it for. Boarding crew into the small SSTO on the top of the pad, you. Why, Loopy? Why are you doing this? Why, you stop this now. You stop this nonsense. Oh man, that thing is cool. Loopy, that's really not a bad idea, man. Not a bad idea. It's as big as a full-size Caravan. Yeah, for sure. Dude, look at that, dude. It's got air conditioning in it, man. Dude, if this thing has a toilet in it, I'm sold. The photo made me think of an AT-AT. And look, it's got an extendable catwalk on the front, dude. You could mount that's where you mount the cameras. Just you mount the cameras, come right out the front. I'm telling you, mobile streaming bus. Oh, Geek, I'm with you on that one. Can you imagine seeing this thing drive down the road? That's what I mean. It's got lights on it, dude. I don't know if it's titleable. It probably wouldn't be titleable, but man, would that be cool. Look at this thing, dude. Oh my god. I mean, is it as big as a semi? Oh no, that's bigger than a semi. That thing is 2 lanes wide. It's 2 lanes wide, guys. There's no freaking way. The seatbelts? Seatbelts? Seatbelts are optional. Ah, that's not a big car. That's a Dart. That's a small car. It'd be awesome though, AP. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, man, that thing is cool. Oh, dude, I want it. Why do I want it? What am I gonna do with that thing? Dude, you can fit like 3 or 4 streaming setups in there. Oh my god. Could you hear something like it? Ah, it's not nearly as cool. Still cool though. How would you make this in Kerbal, seeing is going to need it for SSTO cruise stuff? Oh, I don't know, Loop. Let me take a look. We have to make something like this. A scissor lift would probably be the right way to do it, but I don't know what parts I would make the scissor out of. But we can do it. Yeah, we could do this. That's not... I can make a scissor lift. I can make a scissor lift off the back of a K200, and then I could make this into a pallet that goes onto the back of the K200, or a trailer for it. No problem. I mean, yeah, all you got to do is just have a hydraulic. You have a hydraulic here that pushes this thing in, and then it pushes it out, pushes it back in, and that's what raises and lowers it. It's one hydraulic for this whole design. Oh, wait. Nope. That's using a different lift cylinder. Wait, why is the cylinder over there? That's weird. Gucci, that's a weird spot. Weird spot for that. I can make this. We could use this to put payloads in the thing, Loop, if we really wanted to. It would be big. It would have to be gigantic, and we'd have to do it when the vehicle is vertical, which is... Ooh, that's a little bit of a tall order. The KSP effect video made you tear up. Yeah, it's a great video, man. It's a great video. But here's to 10 more. Integration for the big SSDO is going to be nuts. Pigzig, I mean, I've kind of just come to the conclusion that whenever we get into heavy lift and big lifting stuff, it's going to be insane. Yeah, that's right, Luke. Alright, let's time warp. Oh. I gotta... Hang on. Give me 1 second. I gotta restart KSP real quick. I gotta make sure I'm off the QA build. You're just saying that because you're in it. No. And back up the mission mode save. I already updated it. I'll back it up right now. I'm backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Because my daddy taught me good. And I'm backing the hell out of there. And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. My god. Old meme, but it checks out. It's an old meme, but it checks out. Rip Tessa. All right, let's check the polls. You've been asking for a bit, so you're excited to see what's new. Cool. All right, let's go check out the polls. What did you guys vote for? Okay, so we have 4 weeks to push the K-33 and Jebstar to full operational status. Plus 10 rep bonus if we complete it by the 21st for the STS-135 anniversary. Some people shorted. A lot of people went for the 31st. Interesting. Did the OG mission mode before career get wrecked? No. Bram, you want to see? Sure, Twitch. I want to see 1 minute delay of EJ. We can wait. I can wait a minute. It's good. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Solid 2/3 of us went for the option that's 1. And we're getting more turnout for those polls, too. Okay. So we need to put up the poll for funding or... Yeah, for funding, basically. I need more cash. I have 350 Gs. Or we could have one of the options for funding being like, no, screw you, you failed. Just try arching your shoulders? Oh, he's trying. Okay, we are on the updated version. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Let's do the time warps here. I'm gonna buy a Ford Ranger. No, I'm not in danger. 100, 200, and 300. Do you plan to develop the extended Jebstar 2, or did that get axed? Oh, what about a chance to race at the Freedom Factory? Oh. I'd need someone to put a cage in it. I've never raced on an oval before, Bram, to be honest with you. Still not a Kraken igniter to raise funds. Alright. You do fine in Friday night racing. Do I, though? They got plenty of snacks, plenty of water hired, yeah. I just got the update. How is it? It's good. Yeah, fun. Alright, so I have 376 here, and... Oh. Thoughts on the SSTO budget? Since you have an extension of a month, are we going to vote on a new budget? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gamer, yeah, we are. Let's go in here. I just need to go in here and see if we have any other science that I want to unlock. We're gonna need to unlock the bigger landing gear. They're on the forums, Tars. You're still in engineering mode? Okay. We're gonna need to unlock the bigger landing gear for that anyway. I don't really have anything else that I need to unlock in the save, I don't think. Stronger antennas could be useful, but I can't unlock that right now. Guys, I'm thinking that because of the, oh jeez, I didn't even think of this. The new docking ports. Right now, there's a thing in there so you can't auto strut them. Yeah, that makes the pad not work. The pad won't be able to pick up the SSTO. Which means I'm basically boned for testing. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'm not sure what we should do. Should we try and see just in case? I mean, Loopy, that you know what's gonna happen. I don't want to risk a thing that I don't want to risk the SSTO that's been into space, and I definitely don't want to do it because I don't have that much money. I only have 376. Roll back a version. If I have a boat, I could go recover the debris in the water. For cash, yeah, I mean... Just an FYI, you're still in the science and tech category. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I gotta change that. Funding future SSTO development. This is mission mode. I think this is 164. Thanks, Hell Hydra. That's against my mission mode rules, fish lore. Crap. Damn. Now what am I